brothers on the rise now. Endless celebrations all in my house. Levitating now, I'm super duper fly now. London boy, but DC where I reside now. Put the time in while you always yelling time out. And for quit it, cause I know I'm coming with it. You were sitting, you were wishing I was handling my business. Now I got the ball like Harry Potter playing Quidditch. And my business is humongous, you would think that happens in it. Damn man, I'm all that, yeah I'm all that. Looking for that whip, yeah that what you call that. I'ma blow up in the summer, have him yelling fall back. And I've always been an yo. Everybody wanna do the same thing, yo. That's why we ain't on the same page. Do my own thing and I maintain. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. I'm going mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. Yeah, I'm going mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream.
Audio check 1 2 3. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Motive Racing YouTube channel. We're here for the second round of the GT3 Championship here on a Sunday night on Assetto Corsa Competizione. We're here on the PlayStation 4s at the moment. We're at the PlayStation 5s coming up after the F1. Obviously, as many of you will know, the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix will be getting underway tonight. So as soon as we finish this, most of us I think will be going off to watch that, and then after that we'll be on for the PS5 League. But 15 drivers out on the track here tonight for the PS4 League here at Misano. It should be a good night of action. 15 cars, more than enough for some exciting racing. Hopefully we'll have a couple more jumping in before the end of the qualifying session. I know we're expecting 18 cars, I think we're expecting on the grid. I know that a couple already, or rather confirmed that they'd be here, and then later on had to say that they wouldn't be here. So we are expecting 18 cars, I think, as somebody's just left again. So I'm not sure why or how or what's going on there. No, they jump back in again. Rightio, so here we are then. Second qualifying session of the season, and well, here we are. Should be a good one. Game for Life making his reappearance this evening. First race this season after missing last time out. Rocco, last season's runner-up in the championship, got off to a great start last week, taking the victory at Monza. Can he follow that up with another win here and try and put the pressure on Luck Murato early on in this season? It's only a 6-round championship nowadays here at Motive. We're doing 6-week seasons, down to the fact that we're kind of in a bit of a transition period between the PS4 and the PS5. So you know, we kind of want to make sure that that we're still catering to all of our audiences. So we're still running on the PS4, but we're running on the PS5 as well. So we're kind of like in that awkward phase where most people are still on old gen, but you've got a few people on next gen as well. So for sure, it's a bit of a tricky one to handle, but yeah, we're making the most of it. As we've got somebody else just jumping in the session here. Hopefully that'll get the numbers up a little bit more. I think that might be just Don's there jumping into the session. Hopefully it is just Don's. Always a high fly here in this GT3 Championship, and in any race that he drives in here at Motive. I believe that's just Don's running up. It is indeed. So we're now up to 16 cars here. Hopefully we'll get the 18 that we're expecting. That would be absolutely brilliant to see, but nonetheless, Rocco just coming around the final couple of corners, about to start his first flying lap here of the night. Last week's race winner, and last season's runner-up in the championship. Without Murato here, it's a big opportunity for Rocco to really kick on in this championship. One man who we're watching very keenly tonight is Cheese Monkey, the 2-time GT4 champion. Always goes well, no matter what car he drives, no matter what class it's in. Cheese Monkey's always up there or thereabouts. He's currently sat in the pits, as is just Don's, as somebody else has now left the session. So we're down to 15 cars once again. Not sure why, but it looks like we just keep losing drivers left, right and centre. Somebody leaves, somebody joins. I don't know what's going on here. I really don't. But nevertheless, we're going to keep an eye out for the first times to come in here at Misano for this second round of the season here in the GT3s. guys, you will just quickly be able to see a graphic on the screen which is obstructing the actual action itself. We'll be back on in just a moment's time. Do bear with. We'll have that on in literally about 20 seconds. Just stick with us for a second whilst we're just getting something ready here. Sorry about this. I do apologise, everybody. Apologies for that, guys. So coming into this second round of the season, it's Rocco leading the championship. It's the top 10, obviously the top 10 from the first race. So it's Rocco leading the way on 60 points in the number 89 Lexus, from Morato in second place in the Ferrari, last season's champion. They're actually the top two in the championship last season, 1 and 2, but the opposite way around from where they finished last season. People keep jumping out of the session and jumping back in. I don't know what's happening. But Ryan Ruby sits third in the championship, not here this week. Jamie Sealer in fourth, ahead of Orange Rally in fifth place. Nielsen sixth, also not here this week. Lutch in seventh place for the way. Edie's in eighth. Galton, that is Recco Vantage there in ninth in the standings. And Carl Mete completing at the top 10 there at the bottom of that leaderboard. But that is the current order there in the season so far. Obviously only one round into the season, so you know it's still very early doors, but just goes to show really what a good position Rocco is in this title race. Being here this week, he'll obviously be able to gain more points on that Morato. And it's quite interesting actually, because we were here last season at Misano for the final race of the season, so a few of the guys who were here then will be used to this track by now. And we saw Rocco have a bit of a difficult race when he was racing here last season in the final race of the season. The championship decided this is the one where luck wrapped it up and where Rocco struggled. They had a bit of a collision and it dropped Rocco down to the pack, and as he was trying to recover towards the end of the race, he made a mistake and got done for speeding in the pits, or I think he was driving the wrong way down the pits. One of those two I seem to remember, but yeah, it was a massive shame for him obviously in that regard, but he'll be back this season fighting, as we can see right now. But let's go to the top of the leaderboard here. Let's have a look and see what times are coming in. We've got MTL Bloodshot currently sat at the top on a 1 minute 34.9. The first driver into the 134s. First time we've had some real representative dry running in the PS4 GT3s here in Misano, because last season we were here in the wet, so we didn't really get an idea of what these cars are fully capable of. But now we're very much getting that chance here. So MTL currently on provisional pole. We're just under 0.2 of a second. Cheyenne Speed sat in second place at the moment. Then you've got a couple of tenths to Dracula GD in third, as Cheyenne Speed coming up towards the line. What can he do here? And he goes P1 there by quite some way as well. Cheyenne Speed knocks 8 tenths off of, 4 tenths should I say, off of MTL Bloodshot, because MTL Bloodshot just came over and improved his lap there. So 4 tenths still puts in the top two. J Polotto moves himself up into third place there with that lap. The track is continually evolving and improving as this session goes on, so expect the times to tumble as we continue on here in this one. But Cheyenne from MTL, from J Polotto, Dracula GD pushed down to fourth place due to those lap times coming in ahead of him. We've got Video Gamer in the pits at the moment. Rocco is out there, but he's blacking off a little bit, trying to get some space, I would imagine. Recco Vance is just leaving the pits. You've got Khan Mete coming over the line, hasn't improved on his personal best that time around. Orange Rally coming out of the pits as well. PS Fids, Edis, Olcom. You got Speedy coming out there right now. BG Moses is just coming to the final corner. Can BG Moses improve here as he comes up towards the line? What is it going to be? Currently P13, still yet to set a lap time here in this session. Comes over, doesn't set a valid lap time there. Just dawns, and Game 5 still yet to set laps in this session. And we have lost a driver from the session. I'm not sure who it is, but somebody has left the session. So we did have 16 cars in the session. We're now down to 15. So whoever it is that's disconnected, hopefully they can get themselves back in. Alright, Cheese Monkey saying, so it turns out I'm not going to be able to race tonight. I'm really sorry for pulling out so near the race. Alright. Well, anyway, MTL Bloodshot still top of the leaderboard by 4 tenths of a second. Let's see if either Cheyenne Speed or MTL Bloodshot improves it. Actually, no, sorry, Cheyenne Speed still top of the leaderboard, MTL Bloodshot in second. And yeah, it doesn't look like either of them were able to that time around. Then J Polotto up towards the line, can't improve either. but lap time's not really improving at the moment. They're kind of just staying it around the same. Nobody's really finding much time at this particular point. Game for Life still yet to set a lap time. BG Moses hasn't put a time on the board either, so these two need to get their act together and need to hurry up, as we've got a queue of cars exiting the pit lane here. Justance looks like he's just behind Rocco, who's leading this train of cars, and in the background you've got PS Fids leaving the pits, and who's that that's just parked up in the pits? I'm not quite sure who that is, but somebody's just stopped on the pit exit. That's not Mete, that's Dracula GD in the middle of the fence. So I don't know what he's doing there. Jay Palotto there, you see, just coming out of the pits now, getting ready to go for another run at pole position. But 5 minutes left to go here at Misano for this qualifying session, the second qualifying session of the season. Who's going to get pole here? That's the question. Who's going to be the one setting the pace here at Misano? 8 people currently watching the stream. Guys, if you like what you see, please drop a like on the video, subscribe to the Motive Racing channel if you haven't already. And if you want to get involved, if you're watching us for the first time, then go to www.motiveracing.com, get involved in the action, and become a part of the action that you see out on track in front of you. We've got Angel in the comments that says Boo Ne Ak, and we've also got Lightweight says Sup Lightweight, welcome along, good to see you. As Dracula GD currently sat in the pits at this particular moment in the session, so he's obviously managed to get himself out of that fence that he was stuck in, cut on the exit of the pits, and is now sat in his pit box. But no lap time's really changing at the moment. I'm surprised. I thought the track would be getting more and more rubbered in as the session goes on. I think that they'd be gaining more time, but doesn't look like they're really doing so. Oh, Shy and Speed absolutely wallops the speed bumps there and into the barriers. That's not going to be what he would have needed. He'll have damage on the car. He'll have to come and get that repaired. Jay Palotto looks like he's coming through the middle sector just at this point, in towards the final sector, and the final couple of corners here. Does Jay Palotto come? 8 tenths he's got to find on Shy and Speed to go on original pole position. He's only about 3 tenths off of a front row spot at the moment. Here he comes out of the last corner. What can Jay Palotto do? Very wide out of the last corner. Was that an invalid lap time? I'll be surprised if that stays valid. And it's either invalid or it's slower, because Jay Palotto doesn't move up the order there. Cheyenne Speed and MTL Bloodshot both in the pits at the moment, so not at this stage in the session. Doesn't look like they're going to improve. Dracula is now back out on the track. Carl Mete coming out of the last corner. Can Carl Mete move himself up the order here onto maybe the front 2 rows? Here he comes over the line. Doesn't improve, stays in P5. Video Gamer coming through the final few corners at the moment. Rocco just behind Video Gamer. You've got PS Vids in between them. No, sorry, not PS Vids even. Somebody else. But Edis Olcom coming in towards the final corner. Orange Valley coming to the middle sector. Let's keep an eye on Edis Olcom here. See if he can get himself into the top 10. Up towards the line comes Edis Olcom in the number 59 McLaren. Can he improve his time? Doesn't improve that time around. Speedy Gigsita is just coming through the middle part of the lap at the moment. So middle part of the lap, yep. What about Justance still yet to set a full lap in anger. Surprising to see Justance down in P13, not where we're used to seeing him over the course of the time that he's been racing here at Motor. Up towards the line comes Justance. Can he move himself up the order? No, stays in. Oh no, he doesn't improve. Which means P10 there. Timing board just took a moment there to update itself. He did go into P10 with that lap. So a solid lap time there from Justance, but still time to find here in this one then. Let's watch Carl Mete as he comes through the final few corners. Currently sat 5th in this session at the moment. Only just over a second off of the pole time. Only 4 tenths off of a 3rd place start. Jay Palotto as it stands behind him straight in front of him. Oh, Carl Mete's got it loose there, coming out of penultimate corner and into the pits he comes there. So that's going to be his session done and dusted. Cheyenne Speed's out there at the moment on a lap. MTL Bloodshot is in the pits and is not coming back out, so it's not going to be pole for MTL Bloodshot. Cheyenne Speed will see that and probably will be feeling a little bit more confident now, like he can probably hold on here in the dying embers of this session. But Cheyenne Speed coming over the line to start his final run of the session. You've got Jay Palotto just coming through the middle sector of the lap at the moment. Dracula has got is just coming through the middle sector right now. You've got Video Gamer, got a few corners left to go here. Let's stay with Video Gamer as he's currently 6th in this session. Hasn't got too much to find to get himself onto the 2nd row, and he needs to find a 10th of a second, then he'll gain 2 places, and he needs to find 4 tenths and he'll gain 3 places. Here he comes, Video Gamer, out of the last corner and up towards the line. What is it going to be for him? Here he comes up towards the line. Video Gamer in the number 20 Ferrari. Oh, he goes up into 4th place there. So he finds a couple of tenths, gets himself onto the 2nd row alongside Jay Pilotto for the time being. Where's Jay Pilotto? He's got a couple of corners left on this lap in that number 14 Ferrari, that black and yellow. Cheyenne Speed, provisional pole is coming through the middle sector that we'll keep an eye on him. Oh, Jay Pilotto's loose. Oh, he gets some really sideways there coming through the second to last corner, and that's going to be his lap ruined there, I'm sure. Video Gamer's got on his final lap of the run, final run of the session at the moment. Currently, he's coming through the middle sector. You've got Dracula, who seems to be coming through the middle part of the lap at the moment. Reco Vantage, likewise. PS Vid's just coming into the middle sector at the moment. You've got Orange Rally still out there, as is Edis Allcom, and Game for Life, one of the regulars in the F1 League on a Friday night, is out there at the moment, but P14 in this session at this point. Jay Filotto's got a few corners left on his current lap that he's on. Dracula just a little way ahead of Jay Pilotto on his run, but Jay Pilotto has got to make this count, coming through the first sector and down towards the end, this little straight in the middle sector now. Jay Pilotto using every bit of the track and more, absolutely milking those track limits as much as he can. Reco Von's dropped towards the line, 20 P7, can he improve? Doesn't, oh, he does improve by a 10, but doesn't move himself up the order, stays in P7. They're all coming in thick and fast now. Dracula into the pits as well. PS Vids, what can he do? Can he improve himself up the order a little bit? Goes wide, that's going to be track limits. I'm sure of that. That's not going to be a valid lap time unless he gets very, very lucky, but I can't see that. Can't see that happening. Just dawns here, in towards the final corner of the lap. No, he's bailed. He's bailed, so that's that, I think. Unless Game for Life can improve. No, he's backed out of it as well. Cheese Monkey obviously isn't starting the race. He backed out before the end of the session. BG Moses will line up behind them. So it was... trying to work out who it was that left. Oh, okay, no, there's 2 Game for Lives on that leaderboard and Cheese Monkey left. So 15 cars will be starting this race here, ladies and gentlemen. 12 people currently watching the stream. Big thank you to everybody watching right now. Guys, if you like what you see, please drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. Live blade in the comments says top 2 drivers look very quick. They do, Live blade. They are on scorching form tonight. Motorsport.sim racing, GT.racing says Dracula is my brother. Dracula doing a good job tonight, actually, there. Motorsport sim racing. He's currently P5, so he's in a good position to do some damage in the race. He's only 3 tenths off of Jay Pilotto. Dracula, I'm sure, could be in contention for a podium spot in this race. That is for sure. But stay tuned, guys. We'll be live for the race very shortly here. Cheyenne Speed will be lining up on pole position. He gets pole by 4 tenths over MTL Bloodshot. Jay Pilotto in 3rd place with Video Gamer alongside him on the 2nd row. Dracula and Carmete on the 3rd row with Reco Vantage and Rocco lining up in 7th and 8th. Followed by PS Vids and Edis Allcom on the 5th row in 9th and 10th places. Just Dawns and Orange Rally in 11th and 12th. Followed by Speedy and Game for Life in 13th and 14th places. And it will be BG Moses starting at the back in P15. Ignore Cheese Monkey and the duplicate of Game for Life, because Game for Life did actually jump out and then jump back in again, so it's showing up as 2 drivers. He is in fact 1 person, not 2. But that looks like that is that then for this session here, guys. And stick around, don't go anywhere. We'll be back very, very shortly for the formation lap. 13th and 14th. Audio check 1, 2, 3. Welcome back, everybody. We're here for the restart for the second round of Motive Racing's GT3 Championship. We're about to get going here, finally, after all sorts of nightmares getting going in the qualifying session. We're coming out of the last corner. Great organisation from the boys here. We had to organise it last minute in the Discord server. He said, look, we're going to have to get ourselves in the order of the qualifying session. They have done absolutely brilliantly. I want to say a massive shout out to every single one of them. What a job getting that together there. Congratulations, boys. I am proud. Looks as though Just Dons has just gone by himself. I don't know what's going on there, but you'll get a penalty for that. But nonetheless, MTL Bloodshot leading the race ahead of Shy and Speed and Jake Palotto at the moment. Just Dons, man, you're gonna have to jump back and you're gonna have to get back in place again, because that's outrageous. You're gonna have to jump back. Oh no, hold on, wait, what? Oh no, sorry, Just Dons, I do apologise. He's not gone without them. He's actually a lap down, so there you go, he comes over the line. The timing board should sort itself out there. I don't know what's happening there. Or did he just go off the line? Oh well. I don't know, so much to keep track of, man. It's doing my head in. Oh. Right, anyway. Here we are, so we're on currently lap what is essentially lap 2 of the race. MTL Bloodshot leads ahead of Shy and Speed. Just ignore Just Dons at the top of that leaderboard because he's not actually, he jumped the start blatantly, so yeah, I don't know what's going off there, to be fair. Yeah, it's winding me up really that he's sat at the top of that leaderboard, if I'm honest. But anyway, MTL Bloodshot currently just ahead of Shy and Speed right now. Wasn't it obvious what we were doing? Like, come on, man. How is it not obvious? Oh, as Dracula's gone wide onto the gravel. Dracula's got well out of shape there, coming out of the last corner and rejoins the track. He's just rejoined in the path of the mid-pack there, though, and he's come out just behind what looks to be Game for Life and Cheese Monkey there. So Dracula having a big moment. Battle for the lead though rages on. MTL Bloodshot's currently got just under a second at the moment over Shy and Speed. Jay Palotto there in third place. He's got Commentators looking to his outside there. Reco Vantage, Rocco, there's PS Vids ahead of Speedy, followed by Orange Rally. Game for Life there running in P10 with Cheese Monkey trying to defend here. Dracula trying to go around the outside. No, sorry, I do apologise. That is Orange. No, it's not. It's who is it? Oh, it's Edith Olcom. Sorry, leaderboard there being a nightmare. Oh no, Gamefly lost it. Gamefly's just pinned it into barriers. Oh no, what are you doing? Oh, put the brakes on. Put the brakes on, man. Oh, he's just, oh, come on. Come on. Edith Olcom, very unfortunately there, getting taken out there by Game for Life as he rejoined the track very inconsiderately, I have to say. I have to call it how I see it there. Oh. Goodness sake. MTL Bloodshot leading the race just ahead of Shy and Speed. Ignore Just Dons. He jumped the start. He went about 3 laps before everybody else did when we were doing a manual formation lap. We said it would be a manual formation lap. It was quite clear what we were doing. I don't know why he's just gone by himself, but nonetheless, Jay Palotto there running in third ahead of Carl Mete. You've got Reco Vantage fifth, followed by Rocco sixth, PS Speedy, Orange Rally there just behind. Cheese Monkey running in P10 ahead of Dracula. Then PG Moses. PG Moses is off. PG Moses is onto the gravel there. That'll, did Game for Life take him out? Game for Life must have taken him out because he's waiting for him. Where's Edith Olcom? Edith Olcom is just coming through the scene at the moment. There is Just Dons, who is, I don't even know, man. I don't even know what he's playing at. But it's MTL Bloodshot leading the race, and currently MTL and Shy and Speed having a good little battle here. Jay Palotto, Commentators and Reco Vantage, and Rocco, to be fair, not too far for this pack. These four guys battling over the podium spots, 3rd, 4th, 5th and 6th places here. And Jay Palotto still at the head of it as Commentators trying to defend here from Reco Vantage. He's looking to the outside here, coming into this left-hander. But Commentators holding that inside line for the time being. Rocco there a bit wide on the exit of the corner. Just watching this unfold, tracking these guys and waiting for an opportunity here in this race. Just Dons, if you're listening, man, you just please just retire the car for God's sake, because it's now winding me up. You're going to get disqualified anyway. Just retire the car because it's actually winding me up, or at least pit. just drop down to the back or just do something, because it's annoying me that you're at the top of that leaderboard, because you're not leading the race. MTL Bloodshot leading the race by 4/10 ahead of Cheyenne Speed. And Jay Palotto's still heading this 4-car train, battling it out over the final podium spot. You got Speedy there on the back of PS Bids. These guys battling it out over what is 7th place in this race still. And Game for Life's on the back of Edith Allcom. In fact, has he got ahead of him here? Still ahead of him at the moment, so these two batting over 12 from 13th places. The lead battle for the lead still going on. MTL Bloodshot clinging on by the skin of his teeth, but Cheyenne Speed really bringing this fight to him at this point. As number 95 Dracula's got done for speeding in the pit lane. That's not gone to plan at all for him there. Dracula looks like he's struggling now. I'm just noticing there he's definitely on the pad. You can tell just by his steering inputs. And we lost the driver. We have lost the driver. Who is left? We have lost. We don't know now, because it was a high flyer. It was a high flyer. I know that because it's somebody who is up the top. We have lost. Hold on, just having a look up the order. We've lost Speedy. Speedy's retired from the race. So I'm not sure what's happened to Speedy there, but he's obviously retired the car pretty early on here in this race. Patrick says this is 480p. Actually, mate, I know what you mean. One second, let me just amend this. Let me sort this out. I know what you mean. I know exactly what you mean. Right. That should be sorted now, fingers crossed. Yeah, that should be sorted. Just have a look at that. That should be amended now. The quality should be a bit better now. Might not be 1080, but it's certainly a bit better than it was. A bit more sharp, a bit more cleaner, crisper. So we'll just fit it into anybody joining us right now. 13 of you currently watching live on the stream. Just Dons isn't actually leading this race. He jumped the start. He basically did a manual formation lap as we agreed on the Discord server. We said to the drivers it was going to be a manual formation lap, but Just Dons jumped it. So it's MTL Bloodshot and Cheyenne Speed currently battling over the lead here. These two separated by 0.3 of a second right now. Jay Palotto as still just holding on ahead of Carmete as Dreco Vantage just dropped off the back of these guys a little bit. As Dreco's still got Rocco putting the pressure on him right now, but Jay Palotto's got his hands full of Carmete, and these two still going at it. Back to the battle at the front, MTL and Cheyenne Speed separated by absolutely nothing here at all. Yeah, Patrick and Lightbay, what happened was my private stream, which I'm picking up on OBS, was in 720, so I put it up to 1080, so the quality it should be a bit better. The actual quality isn't 1080 because you lose pixels just by doing double streaming, so you do lose a little bit of quality, but yeah, it should be, I mean, it's certainly HD what you're watching right now, although it might not be full 1080, it's certainly 720 at least. Yeah, just down to the internet and down to the fact that you're streaming a stream essentially, it means that it's not going to be 100% quality. Rocco's still in the back of Recco Vantage. These two looking pretty close here, rounding it out over 5th and 6th places here in this race. Oh, look at that. Oh, Mete very wide in the foreground. Too far back to make anything happen on Recco Vantage right now, but Carmete's starting to struggle a little bit. He's dropped off the back of Jay Palotto. I don't know if he's got damage or if he just hit something, or maybe he went into the back of Jay Palotto a little bit, but Carmete now in trouble as you can see Recco and Rocco really pulling up onto the back of him here. So this could become a pretty tasty battle here for what is 5th, 6th and 7th places in this race. It's currently still MTL Bloodshot leading this race, and he's got about just over a second here to Cheyenne Speed, so he's looking like he's in pretty much cruise control at this point. Jay Pilato still going there in third place. He's managed to gap Calm Mete, and then you've got Calm, Recco and Rocco banning it out over 4th, 5th and 6th at the moment. I think I may expect Saber's appointment then, because I can't see any difference at all, says Light Blade. It's the subtle differences, to be fair. If you're watching in 720, you won't notice a difference, but 1080 you should notice a difference. But nonetheless, we got Orange Rally's just been passed by Cheese Monkey. Cheese Monkey into some clean air. Within a way, already gapped in by about a couple of seconds there. You can see on your screen a fair bit of a gap between those two. So Cheese Monkey now going to try and chase after PS Fids. Oh, Cheese Monkey, big slide there coming through turn 1, but holds onto it. Nicely done there, well held. But yeah, Cheese Monkey started from the back, obviously, and he's making his way through so far. Gap at the front between MTL and Cheyenne, currently 7/10 of a second. Calm Mete has got back onto the rear end of Jay Pilato a little bit. Jay Pilato has dropped back into the clutches of these three now, so Khan, Recco and Rocco now coming at Jay Pilato a little bit. Calm Mete to drop off of Jay Pilato a couple of laps ago, but he's now bringing himself back into this fight. He's got Rocco behind him, he's got Jay Pilato and Calm Mete ahead of him at the moment. Rocco, last week's runaway race winner at Monza, certainly not having the same sort of race this time out. He's just behind Recco, who you were riding on board with. Let's actually jump on board with Rocco here, see what he's saying. You can see there you've got the 3 cars in front of him. This is essentially over the final podium spot, because the order is actually a little bit messed up. You've got second is actually first, third is actually second, and fourth is actually third, and so on and so forth. The time was just a little bit wrong tonight, unfortunately. A little bit of a glitch on the game here tonight for whatever reason, not sure why. Rocco's just dropped off of these guys a little bit now, but Jay Pilato's still pretty close with Khan and Recco. Does as much as he's streaming straight from console or for OBS, through OBS, just so that if anything goes catastrophically wrong on the stream, we can have like little intermission screens, a little build-up screen as well, just for emergencies and stuff. Cause there's nothing worse than when you're streaming straight from console and something goes horribly wrong in the middle of the stream, and then you're just streaming the menus basically. It's never a good look. So yeah, I'll always stream on OBS. I stream from the console to the usual. Oh no, as we just see there. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. It's all going up here between these guys battling over that podium spot. Calm Mete though has got a hint up ahead of Jay Pilato. Jay Pilato is now trying to come back at Calm Mete here, looking around the outside. Can he make this move? Oh, it's tight. It's going to be forced to the outside here. Calm Mete is going to defend that inside line, and he manages to complete that move brilliantly there on Jay Pilato. Can Jay Pilato get a cut back here? No, he can't. Calm Mete makes that one stick beautifully there. Recco Vantage waiting in the wings. He's looking hot on these guys' heels at the moment, but nothing doing right now. Rocco still watching, stalking his potential prey in this instance, but you got Calm Mete. Has got Jay Pilato. Oh, Jay Pilato gets tagged round. Recco Vantage tags Jay Pilato, and Jay Pilato is facing the wrong way, and Recco Vantage is going to wait for him. Surely, yes, he is. He stops and waits for him to get going once again. And as we see there, PS Vids is going to come through, I think. No, PS Vids doesn't come through. PG Moses unlaps himself there, but Jay Pilato getting tagged around by Recco Vantage. Jay Pilato is going to be not thanking him for that at all. Rocco gets through up into 5th place, and Calm Mete is going to be looking back and thinking, goodness knows what happened there. Down to 13 drivers here tonight for the GT3s at Motive on the PS4, and that was a bit of a nightmare there. Recco Vantage, I think, got caught out because Jay Pilato was trying to send one. He was trying to look down the inside of Calm Mete, and then as he backed out of it, he just had nowhere to go really, and ultimately just got caught up there. So yeah, nothing really that he could have done there. So it is what it is. What's done is done. But Jay Pilato and Recco Vantage now a little way off of that podium fight. So they're now about 10 seconds behind Calm Mete, and that could have just given Khan the 3rd place in this race, guaranteed on a plate. MTL Bloodshot leading this race, still ahead of Cheyenne Speed. Cheyenne Speed is absolutely hassling him though as we come down the start-finish straight. Is it for remote play or capture card? Neither does that. It's actually, I'm streaming through PlayStation, and then I'm picking up my PlayStation stream through OBS, so probably the worst combination you can imagine. I've tried remote play in the past. It's like, it's one of those things where it's like, I just don't mess with it anymore, because I know it's messed me over too many times in the past. I've used remote play in the past, but every time it will like spring this surprise on me where for some reason it just won't load up. It'll be like some kind of black screen, and it just does it too often. I just don't trust it because I'm just scared that I'll open it up, you know, last minute, jumping onto the stream, and I won't be able to do it. And in those times it's like I just get this horrible kind of like rush of blood to the head where I just can't think, and it just, everything goes wrong. So I just always use private stream now. I stream from PlayStation to YouTube and then pick up the stream on my OBS, because if I do remote play, it all goes wrong. I just have it down as something that always goes wrong. I don't mess with it. But MTL Bloodshot still leading by 7/10 ahead of Cheyenne Speed. Cheyenne Speed looking, probing, pushing, trying to find a way through, but at the moment MTL's not giving him anything to go on. Recco Vantage within 0.4 of a second of Jay Palotto. These two still going at it for 5th place. Cheese Monkey is now on the back of PS Vids and looking to get himself into P7 as quickly as he can. Down to 13 drivers in this race. We've lost a couple along the way. We started with 15 here tonight. As it says, when you've used it in the past, was it through Wi-Fi or wireless? I always use remote play through wireless, because my laptop is wireless, but my PlayStation is wired. So my PlayStation's Ethernet, but yeah, remote play in terms of the actual laptop, that is always wireless. Jay Palotto and Recco into the pits here to make the mandatory pit stops. Pit window is open right now. Pit window, by the looks of it, is from, when is it? It's from minute 27 to, I don't even know, I can't work it out, minute 26 and a half until until minute 18 and a half, I think. Yeah, that's it, yeah. 26 and a half minute until 18 and a half minutes the pit window. So these guys coming in and making their stops. Cheyenne Speed as leading the race at the moment, so why is everything taking so long to load? MTL Bloodshot was leading the race for the first part of the race, but Cheyenne Speed's got ahead of him here, so he's been on the back of him for a while now, and he's managed to make his way through. Can MTL come back at him here? Cheyenne Speed though doing a really good job here tonight. First race ever here at Motive, and for the time being looking good for a debut victory. What an introduction it'd be for Cheyenne Speed to take the win in his first win here, first race here, sorry, should I say, at Motive. So really well done to Cheyenne Speed so far then. As Cheese Monkeys picked off PS Vids, and both of them coming into the pits together here. So in they come, Jay Palotto and Recco both being in the pits. They're now off and out and on their way once again. But MTL still clinging to the coattails of Cheyenne Speed, but Cheyenne Speed looking in control of this one at this point. So I just want to say to anybody joining us right now, if anybody's just tuning in, just Don's is showing up as the race leader, but he is technically not actually leading the race. He shouldn't be leading the race. He went way before the start. He just drove off when everybody else was trying to go by the formation lap. So he's miles ahead of everybody else. He's just in the pits at the moment. But yeah, he shouldn't be in the lead, and he will get a DQ at the end of this race. quite a big data transfer, so it does it. Yeah, I would imagine it is, because the fact that it's able to instantly come through, because whenever a road play's been on, there's no like delay like on normal streams. It's literally like it's bang on exactly as there is no time delay whatsoever between the action on the PlayStation and the actual data coming through to the PC. So you're right. I mean, it must take a lot, but I don't know. It just stressed me out. It just stressed me out. I just couldn't deal with it. It's too much for me. I just couldn't. It's just, yeah, just wound me up. But right now, anyway, Cheyenne Speed and MTL Bloodshot still bunning over the lead here. 4 minutes until the end of the pit window. They've got to come in and make their mandatory pit stop at some point. Justin's jumped the start at the beginning of the race, so we're expecting that he will get a DQ in this one. MTL in the pit, Cheyenne staying out for the time being. That will give Cheyenne an opportunity to try and build on this lead. MTL clearly going for the undercut here in this race. These two continue to fight for the lead as Carmete in the final podium spot comes into the pits now. Question is, has Carmete done enough to cover off Jay Polotto and Rocco then? As we can also see Recco coming through for a drive-through. Dracula's already off and on his way, and Edie's all come following MTL into the pit box then, as well as Carmete. But yeah, the big question here is, can Carmete keep on to what's third place in this race with Jay Polotto coming? And I imagine the answer is probably yes, with the situation that we've seen beforehand. I mean, about 5 seconds was separating them before. Rocco running in 6th place, only 5 seconds behind Jay Polotto, but I think Rocco might have been a mistake. Oh, somebody's gone off there. Somebody's wide there. That looks like it is BG Moses. So he's going to get out of the way here for the leaders. Rocco makes his way through. And Cheese Monkey's not too far behind these drivers, which is actually quite remarkable, really. Cheese Monkey is closing in on them. Still Cheyenne Speed in the lead, and it looks like he's about to lap Rocco here, so that is a turn up for the books. Obviously Cheyenne Speed's still yet to come into the pits. He needs to come in at the end of this lap, otherwise he will face the wrath of the stewards. So yeah, he needs to come in, make sure he pits at the end of this lap. But Cheyenne Speed, it's been a great showing from Cheyenne tonight. Obviously, as I said before, raced in his first ever race here, and has stepped up to the plate brilliantly. Registered as a reserve tonight alongside his friend Dracula. Certainly Cheyenne has been the star performer of this one. And yeah, very, very impressed with this man in the number 30 McLaren. So, Cheese Monkey 5 seconds behind Rocco, keeping the gap at around the same, gaining little bits at a time, but don't know if it's going to be enough in this race. Cheyenne's still trying to put a lap on Rocco, but Rocco holding his own here, more than capable of keeping up that pace. Dracula's coming at the 11th hour to make the pit stop, but he's now done, so it's just Cheyenne left to make that pit stop. We're expecting Cheyenne to come out pretty close to MTL Bloodshot, and this is going to be the big battle here. This is going to be the question. Who is going to be the race leader once Cheyenne comes into the pits? Here he comes. Cheyenne now into the pit lane. Close it down to the pit limiter. Looks like he's slowed it down sufficiently. No drive-through, no stop-go penalties there, so does well. But the question is, where is MTL at this point? He's just coming through into the middle sector. I imagine you probably lose about a minute in the pit lane, so I reckon it's going to be close between these two, but we're going to have to keep an eye on this one. So Cheyenne in the box right now. Did MTL lose a little bit of time in the pit window maybe? Because he looks to be a little bit further back than I would have thought he would be. Justons, we've got to kind of ignore Justons because he did jump the start at the beginning of the race, so technically he should not be in the lead. He will take the lead, but I can't see any other result other than a DQ for him personally. because I think he jumped the start. He must have jumped the start to have been as far ahead as he was at the beginning. Cheyenne Speed though out of the pits, off the limiter. Where is MTL Bloodshot? He's nowhere to be seen. So Cheyenne Speed has absolutely blitzed it here in this pit window. Well, in fact, is he off the limiter yet? No, he's not off the limiter yet. He's just about to come off the limiter now. MTL Bloodshot coming down the start, finish straight. And Cheyenne Speed still hasn't got off the limiter. It's a long pit lane here at Misano. And in fact, MTL Bloodshot now coming through the first corner. There's Cheyenne Speed. Off to the limiter he comes. MTL Bloodshot just coming in towards turn 3 now. And Cheyenne Speed has kept the lead, but not by a massive amount. Only about 3 or 4 seconds separating these two. So Cheyenne Speed in control of this race at this point. But MTL Bloodshot still not out of this one at all. Depends on who's put tyres on, who's put fresh tyres on, how much fuel they got in the car. These questions and more will be answered in the next 16.5 minutes of this race. Just Dawn's your race leader, but we believe jumped the start at the beginning. Just ignored the manual formation lap, which we decreed would need to happen at the beginning to get into the order of the qualifying session. Yeah, this is going to be an interesting one. So just Donald's here coming out of the last corner. He raced it by 25 seconds, but obviously not in that fight. And what's happened to Cheyenne Speed? Cheyenne Speed must have made a mistake here, because the gap is now under a second. It's now only 0.4 of a second between Cheyenne Speed and MTL Bloodshot. So I didn't see what happened there to Cheyenne Speed, but he must have had a bit of a moment. MTL Bloodshot now right with him here as these two coming through the last couple of corners here. Lap 17 of this race. This could not be closer between these two. I don't know what's happened there to Cheyenne Speed. But MTL now all over the back of him coming down the start finish straight. Is he going to have a look coming into turn 1? He's a little bit too far back at the moment to chance a move on the brakes. But this is game on between these two. Cheese Monkey's got the gap down to 3 seconds to PS Fids, but he's lost a bit of time to Rocco over the pit window. So did Cheese Monkey put fresh tyres on? Has Rocco chanced it and stayed on the same? Maybe. He's 3 seconds behind Jay Palotto at this point then. And Jay Palotto coming over the line. Only 5 seconds off of Carmete. So these guys are not out of that fight for a potential podium spot here. But this is the battle here. This is MTL Bloodshot is in the lead. He's made the move. MTL Bloodshot's made the move into the lead of the race. This is unbelievable. Cheyenne Speed has either made a mistake or MTL's chanced it and thrown one down the inside. But MTL Bloodshot now leads the race here. Just under 15 minutes left to go. We're into the final third of this one. And MTL is somehow now leading this race out of nowhere. This is great racing here. This is great action. Unpredictable, and you look away for a second and all of a sudden the lead's changed hands again. So MTL Bloodshot now has just over a second of a gap here to Cheyenne Speed. Carmete still running in the final podium spot as gapped Jay Palotto a little bit on this lap so far. You got Rocco there running just under 3 seconds behind Jay Palotto. He's gapped PS Fids. Cheese Monkey's now hassling back at PS Fids though. Only just over a second between these two. Cheese Monkey will be wanting to set his sights further up on the likes of Jay Palotto and Rocco, but they're a little way up the road at this point. That could be a step beyond where Cheese Monkey is capable of getting here in this race, but nonetheless he'll want to clear PS Fids before the end of this race. That is now a pretty close battle. He's very much on his radar at the moment. But MTL and Cheyenne Speed separated by half a second right now. Rocco within a couple of seconds of Jay Palotto, so that gap's coming down, and it's coming down quickly. Carmete there coming into turn 1. What's his gap to Jay Palotto? The gap between those two is 7 seconds, so it's going up and up and up and up, and the gap between Jay Palotto and Rocco is coming down, 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 down. PS Fids has gapped Cheese Monkey a little bit over that course of that lap. That's up to 1.7 between those two. Cheyenne Speed's got the gap down to back under a second after losing a bit to MTL on the previous lap. Goes wide coming through that left-hander though, and that will have just halted his charge a little bit there. Rocco within 1.4 of Jay Palotto, 1.3 now, going down by 10th. We're coming through the first sector here. Rocco's going to be smelling blood. This is obviously for 4th place in this race, because Just Donald's leading the race isn't really leading. Down to the fact that he obviously jumped the start at the beginning. Cheese Monkey now within 0.6 of a second of PS Fids. These two looking pretty close here, battling over 6th place. Cheese Monkey would love a few extra points here, racing as a very late stand in reserve tonight. And he's done a really good job as Cheese Monkey, to be fair. Always game, always ready to fill in at the 11th hour, and he's really delivered here. He's done an impressive job in this race as Cheese Monkey, the 2-time champion of the GT4 division. Always a high flyer. Won a couple of races in the GT3 Sprint Cup last season as well. And he's somebody you can always count on to be there or thereabouts. He's currently within 0.9 of a second of PS Vids at this point. MTL Bloodshot looks like he's gapped share and speed a little bit now. 1.7 separating those two, so MTL looking like he's in control of this one. Rocco's within 0.6 of J Palotto, and look at him, he's really hassling him, looking to the inside here, coming in towards that right-hander. We're just starting lap 20 for these guys, but Rocco now definitely sending out a statement here to J Palotto saying, look mate, I'm coming past whether you like it or not. I'm here, I'm ready to take this position off of you. I'm ready to relieve you of this P4. But J Palotto holding firm and not really defending too much at this point, just taking his normal lines, doing his thing. And Rocco can't seem to find a space, can't seem to find an opening at this stage. So we've got just over 10 minutes left to go in this race. The gap between MTL and Cheyenne Speed 1.6, so it's not really changed too much over the last lap or so. J Palotto just ahead of Rocco, just half a second between them, coming down to the end of this little back straight. PS Vids and Cheese Monkey still joined at the hip right now. Is Cheese Monkey going to look to send one down the inside here at the end of this little straight? No, doesn't look like it at the moment. And what has happened to Rocco? Because Rocco's made a mistake. He's now a couple of seconds adrift here of J Palotto, so I don't know what happened there to Rocco, but he's made a bit of a mistake, and that's just lost him a bit of time here. It's just lost him a bit of momentum. He was really close to the back of him. I don't know whether he tapped the back of him and spun round or what's gone off there, but that's now just looking like that battle's just petering out a little bit. And Cheese Monkey is lining up a move here on PS Vids. They're side by side down the start finish straight. Can Cheese Monkey make this move here? He's going to look to try and send one. Is he? Yes, he is. Oh, he thought about it, didn't he? And then he just thought better of it. And PS Vids holds it around the outside of turn 1 and 2, and into 3 they come. PS Vids clinging on by the skin of his teeth, and that little battle there. Place in this race with Just Dawns obviously having jumped the start. He's not really in the lead of the race. That's the timing board there, having a bit of a glitch. But PS Vids and Cheese Monkey separated by 0.2 of a second as they're now coming down this little straight here. A couple of long straights here in Misano. Certainly a track of mixed orientation for sure. Cheese Monkey still can't make anything happen. PS Vids has got the speed down the straights. Cheese Monkey's got so much grip through the corners, but he's just not able to make it work. He's not able to use that grip to get around this Aston Martin. It seems to have the front in the parts of the track where it matters. Cheese Monkey looking down the inside, and this is the part where the Porsche really excels, and Cheese Monkey's managed to pull that one off. Can PS Vids come back at him here? I don't think he can. Cheese Monkey may have to defend the inside here because PS Vids has got incredible straight line speed over that Porsche. No, I think Cheese Monkey's done enough here, and he swoops round up into 6th place here in this race, 7th on the timing board, but that is a glitch. The glitch there showing Just Dawns in the lead of the race when he isn't, and Just Dawns, sorry, PS Vids even wide there coming through that part of the track, and that's going to surely give Cheese Monkey a little bit of a cushion here. And now that move looks to be complete there for Cheese Monkey, so beautifully done there. Great job, good driving from both of those two. As I'm just saying, this is noticing the stream quality just dipping a little bit, so let's just quickly double check that all is good. Yep, it says 1080p on my end, so there shouldn't be any problems. Apologies for that, guys. now coming back down between Jay Palotto and Rocco. We saw obviously there was a bit of a moment for Rocco a couple of laps ago. That had gone up a bit, but now Rocco's very much in striking distance once again here. Recco Vantage is closing up onto the back of Orange Rally here, looking to make the move, pulling out of the slipstream here. Recco Vantage looking down the inside, down this little straight into the left-hander. He completes that move. Rather routine stuff there from Recco Vantage. Orange Rally gave him the space. Is he going to try and come back at him here? I think Recco's got that one done there beautifully, up into 8th place in the race. Gap now 3.5 seconds between MTL Bloodshot and Cheyenne Speed, so MTL clearly had the better of the last part of this race. We saw Cheyenne Speed come out of the pits about 3.5 seconds ahead of MTL. Then after about a lap, Cheyenne Speed was only just in front of him. It looked like Cheyenne may have made a mistake. I don't know whether he picked up damage, maybe he had a knock on the front of the car or something went wrong with it, but he didn't have much of a gap really to begin with. But yeah, that got carved down very quickly, and I wonder whether Cheyenne didn't put fresh tyres on, because he seemed to have quite a bit of a gap to MTL. He had about 3 seconds when they came out of the pits, which was a bit unexplainable. So I reckon maybe that Cheyenne Speed didn't change tyres, and that's why we're seeing a drop off in pace to the end of this race. Rocco on the back of Jay Palotto here, half a second between these two. Rocco looking to get himself into P4. These guys are 9 seconds off the back of Commentators. So Commentators looking very good here for this podium spot. But this is where it's at the moment, and Rocco in that slipstream looking to try and outpace the Ferrari coming down to the end of this straight, but still the opportunity just not presenting itself. Always going to look down the inside here. The Lexus definitely got the grunt, and it seems to have some good cornering grip here as well. The Ferrari, a jack of all trades here on ACC. It's decent at pretty much everything, and Jay Palotto just holding his own, holding his ground here with Carl Mete very much now skating away from these two in that final podium spot. This is for 4th place here between these two, with the timing board glitch obviously showing them in 5th and 6th. It isn't, it's 4th and 5th. Just Dance is not actually leading the race. We see just Jay Palotto very wide there on the exit, that part of the track. Holding on to it from Rocco at the time being though. Rocco not getting the opportunity here, not getting that moment where he could make a break with it. Gap now over 5 seconds between the two leaders, MTL and Cheyenne Speed. But looking back to this battle here, as Rocco is now making a move down the inside. He commits himself, he goes a little bit deep onto the brakes though, and can Jay Palotto get a cutback? No, Rocco timed that to perfection, and Rocco is up into 4th place, what shows up as 5th on the timing board, or 6th at the moment, because he hasn't shown up as overtaking Jay Palotto yet, but that is 4th place in the race. The timing board obviously showing them in 5th and 6th. They're not. They are in 4th and 5th places, and Rocco there putting off a great move. Can Jay Palotto come back at him though? He's in the slipstream. He's looking to try and get a move back on him straight away here. No, Rocco is going to complete that one. I think he's safe there at the end of this little straight. So Rocco on a late charge in this race, and has made up a place there up into P4. Cheese Monkey 11 seconds off of the back of these guys as gap PS Vids by a few seconds. Recco, since getting ahead of Orange Rally, has put some daylight between himself and Orange. Orange has just been lapped there by one of the leaders. That's MTL Bloodshot there, who's just put a lap there. The race leader has just put a lap there on Orange Rally. His gap now back to the 2nd place man, Cheyenne Speed, is 6 seconds. And Rocco has been passed back by Jay Palotto. So what's happened here? Jay Palotto's made the move back on him here. These two trading places right now, and Jay Palotto back up into 4th place here. So this is excellent stuff from these two. Never say die there from Jay Palotto, as Rocco's now trying to come back and coming into this right-hander. He's going to go late on the brakes here. Has he gone deep? No, once again Rocco just getting that braking point absolutely bang on, but Jay Palotto still got his car on the inside and trying to come back at him here. Rocco there having to take a tight line through that left-hander, and what can Jay Palotto do here? He's in that slipstream now. Rocco's going to have to defend to the inside line. Here comes Jay Palotto. Can he make it go around the long way here? Rocco defending the inside line. Jay Palotto very late on the brakes, but he gets it. Oh, he's going to spec that stick, is he? No, surely not. He's very wide there on the exit. Rocco's still there, and they're still side by side into this double right-hand bend, and Jay Palotto with some absolutely superb driving there is back down the inside of Rocco, and Rocco could do absolutely nothing about it. Textbook waiting game there from Jay Palotto, and he's kept on to 4th place there somehow. That is superb racing there from those two. Hats off to both of those boys for keeping it clean. Jay Palotto clinging on to this 4th place by the skin of his teeth. What shows up as 5th on the timing screen, but it is 4th. I'll keep saying it. Because it needs to be said, Just Dance is not leading this race, even though it shows up on the timing screen as he is, due to the fact of a breach at the beginning of this race, which he knows about and we all know about. And he will lose the win because of it. MTL Bloodshot running in the lead of the race. He's got a 7-second gap here to Cheyenne Speed. But Rocco on the back of Jay Polotto right now, 3/10 between these two. Cheese Monkey has actually lost out to PS Speed, so it must have been a bit of a mistake there, because he's now just behind him. So it looks like the Aston back up into the 6th place ahead of the Porsche. In the meantime, Jay Polotto's still got his hands full of Rocco here, but nothing to separate these two. They are absolutely tight at the hip right now. MTL's got the gap down a bit here, but Cheese Monkey is very close on PS Vids. 3/10 between these two. Let's watch back to this battle between Jay Polotto and Rocco down to the end of this straight into the left-hander. Jay Polotto's got just enough here on Rocco once again, just enough of a gap. As we see Jay Polotto wide there coming through that left-hand bend. Cheese Monkey now's got to run on PS Vids. He's looking to try and make this move again. He's already done it once here on PS Vids. He's now going to have to do it once again. Is he looking around the outside? PS Vids is going to send him around the long way here. Cheese Monkey, can he get the cut back here coming through this next section, this double right-hand bend? Doesn't look like he's going to be able to here. MTL Bloodshot on the final lap of the race. Here he is, just putting a lap on one of the back markers there. Just Dance shows Just Dance being in the lead of the race. He isn't. I will hasten to add, and I'll keep saying it, he's not in the lead of the race. That is a glitch on the timing board. And here we go, MTL's going to put a lap on him here. Just Dance there defending to the inside, and MTL will breeze around the outside here, and he's going to get that one done. So MTL, they're putting a lap on Just Dance. Well, actually, Just Dance coming back at him there, actually coming through that part of the track. Now MTL's going to look down to the inside here, and he's going to just squeeze him out there. Just Dance still holding it around the outside though. Here we come down to the end of this little straight, and MTL Bloodshot is going to have the inside line. He's going to have the preferred part of that corner. Here we go, MTL Bloodshot now in the lead of the race. Well, he's already in the lead of the race, but he's now a lap ahead of Just Dance. 7 seconds back to Cheyenne Speed running in 2nd place. The glitch there showing Just Dance in 2nd place. He isn't. He jumped the start. Rocco looks like he's looking back to the outside of Jay Polotto again. These two still going at it here. Jay Polotto's still holding on by the skin of his teeth. I think Jay Polotto's just going to do enough here to hold on for 4th place. Cheese Monkey's dropped off of PS Vids a bit, but MTL Bloodshot coming out of the last corner up towards the line. It's going to be the victory for MTL Bloodshot here at Misano. Well done to him. He drove absolutely superbly there in that race, and he in the end managed to pull out a bit of a gap to Cheyenne Speed towards the end. So it's MTL Bloodshot taking home the plaudits. Cheyenne Speed comes home in 2nd place. It's a bit of a glitch there on your screen, seeing Just Dance there in 2nd place. Mete is coming through the final couple of corners, and it's going to be a 3rd place finish here for Mete. And so he comes out of the last corner up towards the line. There he goes. So P3 there, the final podium spot. Jay Polotto will hold on for 4th by the looks of it, ahead of Rocco. These two have had a great battle in the last part of that race. And Jay Polotto will hold on for 4th place. Will he? Oh, Rocco's all over the back of him. No, he does hold on. 4th for Jay Polotto. 5th for Rocco. PS Vids is going to hold on, I think, ahead of Cheese Monkey coming through the final couple of corners. Here they come. So yeah, PS Vids keeping on to that one. Just about. Very tight. But PS Vids 6th. Cheese Monkey 7th. Recco Vantage is going to come around to take 8th place. As here he is here, Recco Vantage, 1 corner left to go, his final left hand, it'll be the last to finish. Orange Rally has already crossed the line to take the checker flag, as has Elias Allcom. So did Dracula, and BG Moses retired a few laps from the end, but Recco Vantage over the line to complete the race. That is that then, ladies and gentlemen, for round 2 of the GT3s here at Motive on the PS4 here at Misano. Thanks to everybody for joining us tonight. Well done to MTL Bloodshot on taking the win. Absolutely superb drive there from him. And yeah, once again, thank you to everybody who joined us. We'll be back in a couple of hours. We'll be on for the PS5 race, but we will be at Imola for that one, so definitely join us for that. We'll be live after the F1. I'm going to shoot off now and catch the start of the F1, as I'm sure a lot of you guys are, so we'll catch you soon. enjoy, and we'll see you on the other side of the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix.